Thanks for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, I appreciate it. Welcome back everybody to some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Second attempt at even saying hi this episode. Words are hard. Between episodes, only thing I've done is spend quite a lot of money, admittedly, just on some building improvements. The one that you may not have seen so much in this game, the furnace. We had a couple of events last couple of episodes that showed that coal was available. So you can build a furnace, and it just means you get 5% more goods produced. It's not a massive game changer, but the option's there, so we built some. I also have tried to build a lot of grand shipyards, just because more ship limit is just more better, right? That's just what we want. We're over our limit as it is. We're actually right on our physical military limit too, our army limit, without going over. Our limit will have changed a bit since we ended up finally fully annexing Gascony, so that we do have to do a little bit of rebalancing after the war. We'll worry about that afterwards. This episode, I would imagine we're going to eventually peace out Russia. There's not a huge amount more we need to do. Like I said, we essentially are just sitting on them now just to ruin their day a little bit more thoroughly. We're going to be a little bit more ambitious on our carpet sieging. We'll go up to about there. I think it's pretty safe. We have 100,000 troops in eastern Russia. We do want to try and get more maps out of the Shun, though, if we could. We don't mind sacrificing prestige. We're just going to get so much of it so easily. It's absolutely fine. They still won't give us northern China's information, which is a little bit annoying, so we'll grab eastern Siberia for now. Eastern Siberia has a small number of provinces. They're just physically very big and very poor. That's a lot of... We can see a hell of a lot more map than we could even 2 episodes ago. We can't see Tibet, but we can see practically everything else. So, we probably don't have to get any more maps shared from the Shun. We have everything realistically that we need. Do we want to bother upgrading the Ambra's castle? I mean, we might as well. It's not a huge difference. It's fine. A level 3 castle just gives you more defensiveness and more drill efficiency. There are worse things to waste 5,000 gold on, and we have the money, so meh, we'll go for it. Even during this war, we're making 200 gold a month, so I think we'll be okay. Just saying, I think we'll be alright. There is a big stack of Russian troops there. We want to be careful to not run directly into that. We'll head in the direction of our 55k stack. Because yes, I would very much like to not get wiped by that if we could. We're getting to our military limit in terms of points. I do not want to go 7 years ahead of time, so I guess we're going to spend it on something. I guess we're just going to develop provinces with it. Okay, fine. Where can we get the most efficient gain from? Well, you're not a multiple of 5, so I'm going to do that. Just the neurotic person in me is like, hey, if you can get it a multiple of 5, then you should. Well, it's also for building purposes. Up to a point, every 5 development a province has, you can get another building slot. It ends up becoming 10 as you get bigger, but the premise is the same ultimately. Hot has been sieged out. A 45k stack. Is it going to get attacked by this 53k stack? No, it's not. Can we catch the 26k stack before it moves? We can, so we should. They do have a lot of troops in the area now. We need to pay attention. To the point where, I know I said last episode we weren't going to, but I'm pretty tempted to send one of these stacks back. We might do so. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll think about it. This 42k stack, well, I mean, it's in the area. We might as well send it roughly back there and see what we encounter. And because so much of this has been carpet siege, we're going to get attrition way less than we would have before. Oh, yeah, I guess we can do that. There's 26k stack. You're on auto siege. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Just captured 4 ships, apparently. Oh, the British finally sieged Lolland. Oh, good. 4 transport ships. Honestly, we're just going to dismantle. We don't need any more transport ships. We already have nearly 100 of them. We don't need any more. Where are you going to flee to? Probably... Oh, I wish I knew which province this technically qualified as being under. Okay, I think it counts under the southern Norwegian Sea. So we're going to sit there. Meanwhile, let's make sure we're paying attention. Let's make sure we're not getting our day ruined out here. Okay, no, that's fine. That battle's going exactly as intended. This stack can probably go and stop that from being besieged. Yeah, no other big stack has come together, so we're fine. There's the 23k stack, though. Where are you going? Novon? We're going to go there as well. If we can meet all of this together at the same time, we should win. Because I highly doubt they're going to stop that siege, which would probably make it quite close if we had their manpower involved. But they don't, so... You know, not worried about it. These guys on the... I mean, we're going to split this stack too. We're going to start having it auto siege as well. Again, fairly big stacks at this point. We don't want to get ambushed. Especially as we've seen surprisingly large stacks out in this area. So we'll keep an eye out. Are they going to join their friends? Oh, we lost that siege. Wow, that was fast. They are going to join. We should still be fine, though, but this is going to be a lot more painful than it should have been. Please don't lose the fight before they get there. They did, too. That's annoying. Okay. Where are you running away to? That's fine. I wish we weren't attacking them now, but we do have a good leader, so... We might have to reinforce. It's fine. I mean, speaking of fine, that is the Russian Navy gone. Did I get more transport ships I don't want? Sure did. I do not want transport ships. Go away. They only have 24 ships left. I'm not worried about them at this point. So let's just go back to our Syracuse. We'll sit our Navy in this area, back near home if we need to. I highly doubt we're going to need to, but let's have them in place. Yeah, we're going to be outnumbered at this point because one of our troop stacks couldn't quite get it there in time for the other, which is my fault. But makes you realize how much bigger the provinces are outside of Russia. Well, outside of Europe in Russia relative to in Europe. And their war stats are surprisingly good. They have a higher tactics score than we do. We have more morale, but they have higher tactics. And I think that's enough annoying them. We're just going to move our other stack back with them. Come on. Can we leave this yet? Can we not? How could we flee that way, but we can't choose to walk that way? What logic does that make? Fine, we'll flee this way then. So we're going to have one stack run away to an area where it's apparently not able to move to, yet when we choose to go there, it's like, nah, brah, you can't go there. I'm wondering it's because of the siege of the fort over here in Hammy that caused that to happen. It's still pretty weird. And I guess now we're at 93% war score. Now do we want to piece them out? Because otherwise it's going to just take a ton of attrition for me to chase all the way over again. It's probably time to piece this out. We also have to worry about the odds of having a coalition form against us. It hasn't happened yet, but it's always distinctly possible. So I guess we should investigate. So we're going to take these 3 provinces. That's a given. We're also going to take Burgas because, well, it's in our territory's all around it, so we should take it. Beyond that, though, what else do we really want to do? Because if we took money off them, realistically, yes, that's a lot of money. We would get most of it, but money's just money. And probably isn't going to impact them that much. Same with humiliating them. We already have 100 war, power objection, so who cares? There's no treaties we care about annulling. And we can release nations, but it will be expensive. It might still be worth doing, though. Because, for example, we could release Novgorod. Speaking of, because we talked about Novgorod last episode a little bit. This would be quite painful for them, and would be far more pertinent than just taking money off them. I don't even think we take money. I think we utilize the fact, if we can, to release some other nations. We just have to be careful what we release, because if we release something, say, like Astrakhan would probably be fine. But if we release something like... essentially, we just don't want to put it on the border with another really big nation, is what it boils down to. Astrakhan theoretically shouldn't be able to be attacked by a jam. That would probably hurt them more to lose that land. It would cost us Diplo points because it's not part of the war goal. But it's probably still worth it. And it's convenient. It puts us at exactly 100 war score. So we could have them release 2 nations. Yeah, that's probably not the most efficient thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. It also means they can't get a massive aggressive expansion against us, and they can't join a coalition, which would be absolutely horrendous. That's what we're going to do. So we've taken a small number of provinces off them, really not a huge amount. Like that. And yes, we now have Astrakhan released. Who would ally us? I'm not sure if we're going to do that or not. That's... we also have Novgorod. What kind of numbers are they looking at? We're not going to attack them, but for all their provinces, yeah, it'd be about 60% war score. For Astrakhan, you're looking at 32. So Novgorod's about twice as big as Astrakhan in terms of development. Which makes sense. I also don't know why they picked this straight up horrendous looking border. It's like we've got 2 Novgorods for some reason. It must just be based on where their cores are left, but it looks straight up horrific. But it's fine. Everything is fine. So what are we going to do now? We should probably move all our troops back. And redistribute, I suspect. So we're going to shift-click quite literally every stack we have. Like that. And we're going to move absolutely everything to Rome, except the ones that require a boat. So everything that can get here from land will now come here. The ones that can't get here obviously won't come here, but that'll help me work out who needs to move where. So yes, we're going to do that, and then we're just going to wait a minute or 2 in-game and let all the troops move around. It gives us a chance to get some more war score anyway. War score. Some more manpower. Not war score. The exact opposite of that. And it should give us a chance to then kind of rebalance our stacks if we need to, and just do a bit of cleanup. Hopefully without attritioning everything to a horrific degree. That would be preferable. The only stack that 34k stack, you don't move. You can stay. We don't need you to come over. You have a purpose. We don't have to do anything about that. Speaking of purpose, now that we've pacified Russia for a bit, do we want to go back and try and take some provinces in case we end up wanting to form Rome? We would have to absorb Armenia if we wanted to become Rome, because they have 1 province that we'd want. But Okay, this isn't really an absolutely we're going to do this goal. It's just a maybe we'll try and do it for fun. Which really just boils down to, we have a jam, we have the Ottomans to attack. We need to take that one province from Bulgaria. Technically, we need to take a couple of provinces from Poland. Bohemia, there's a couple we have to take. We have to eat Croatia. We have to take out Provence and Brittany. Who's the Holy Roman Emperor right now? It's Kailenberg, right? Which is here. They're allied. Oh, they're allied to a lot of nations, including Poland, which sucks. So taking out the Holy Roman Empire right now is probably a no-go. The next question would be, who else do we have? We can attack a jam. We don't have a peace treaty with a jam. We do with the Ottomans and we do with Bohemia. Albeit we only have it with the Ottomans for 1 year, but we could totally attack a jam and just give a load of it to Armenia. If we're going to do that, how many troops do they have? 126,000? They have a surprisingly large number of troops. These 4 stacks are not going to join up with everybody else. They're going to stay over here. Do you have any provinces that don't have a horrific supply limit? 59 at Sinope, that's perfect. Alright, so we're going to have those 4 together. We'll use them to attack a jam with. We're not going to attack them again straight away. We're going to have to spend a minute or two to move all of our troops back where they need to be. And we also need to give Armenia some of these provinces. Let's do that before we forget. So we need to grant a province. So we want to start off with Kars. We then want to give them Guria, I think is what we were doing. Let me check beforehand. Let me make sure we're in the right state. Yeah, it's Guria, and we want to give them Trebisonda too. Yeah, we do, right? Okay. Yeah, I think we will. I had to think about it just for a second. I was like, am I going to be greedy and keep some of the provinces I offered them? No, we're going to give them everything we said. Okay, so grant them a province. Here you go. And then we want to make sure we give them Altu next. Then we want to do Trebizonda. And then finally, Azurum. Okay. We want to keep these 3. They can keep the rest. This should make them a reasonably potent vassal once we get the religion correct. Because right now, they're Protestant, but they have predominantly either Islamic or Orthodox provinces, which will cause some issues, I would guess. Really, the only question will be when we attack a jam, how do we want to split that up? How much of it are we going to give to our vassal? How much are we going to keep for ourselves? We have options anyway. How many troops have ended up in Rome? Hardly any so far. This 54k stack is fine. You can start moving over to Nantes. Every other stack still on the move. Yeah, they're still moving. It's a very long way, so they're going to take forever to get back. And in the case of this stack, are you even moving? No, of course not. You want to maybe move back and follow the instructions you were given? That would be sweet. Except, there's a holy war going on against a 1 province minor. We don't really care. Core everything we have left. And then province-wise, we want to include our subjects, because clearly we're going to have to convert theirs first, or they're going to end up with massive instability issues. I mean, massive, massive instability issues. Georgia hates us. They're going to probably hate us for the rest of the game. Oh well. Should now have enough troops in the area to be able to attack a jam without any difficulties. Because we have 60k in kind of the Egypt-ish area. We have, what, about 100,000? Yeah, about 100,000 in Armenia itself. We should be fine. Okay. Let's do their level 24 tech, same as us. Declare war. Oh, my word, hang on. Oh, they're being guaranteed by Russia. Okay, change of plan then, because we don't want to attack Russia immediately again. Well, I'm glad I checked. Oh, they're allied to them too. Could we get them to break that alliance, do you think? Or really force them? We can't ask them, it'll be a force. No, we can't. They won't break alliances with anybody. Okay, well that changes the plan a little bit, at least temporarily. So now really the question is... Yeah, we can't go after Circassia because Russia will protect them. The Ottomans, we can't attack it. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? That's going to mean I'm going to have to hold fire until we attack the Ottomans next year, I think. Yeah, Bulgaria's in the Holy Roman Empire, so that's a no-go right now. Interesting that Portugal would join in, but no, that's clearly not the way we want to go. We can't go after Spain yet. Ooh, we're in a little bit of a tricky situation. Not in terms of genuine game difficulty, but just in terms of we don't really have very many options to attack. That would be a way of getting a jam in the war without having to declare directly on them. I could attack Somalia. For Somalia, they also have a lot of troops, and they would be... Because they're such a long nation, they'd be really inconvenient to attack. And they're allied to nations on other continents, like that one province minor there, Mara, will just be annoying. Kano is miles away as well. Only Britain would join us and they would be straight up useless in a battle like that. And because the Caspian Sea doesn't count as an actual sea zone, you can't travel across this to speed up any processes. That's annoying, that. Okay, so we may have to temporarily hold fire. Interesting, though, we can't attack Bohemia right now. But because Kuilenburg hates Bohemia, Bohemia would be, once the truce ends, a reasonably good target. Unfortunately, it's 1717 when that truce ends, so we'd have to wait a while. So we're probably not going to wait that long. Okay, so we'll just retool to attack the Ottomans. It's not a big deal. We can move one stack back. This stack will stay in place. This stack is going to come around to Constantinople, and because it won't touch any of our land, it shouldn't trigger anything. We still want to keep troops in Armenia because they're definitely going to have rebellion issues. Okay, so we're just going to continue unpause, and we're just going to play the waiting game temporarily. While we do that, can I have a nice sip of this beer? Just a lager I've got. Load of buildings have completed being built. Oh, that's one thing we wanted to do that I nearly forgot about. First of all, we wanted to add Bohemia as a rival. And the other thing we wanted to do was deal with our state situation. Because yes, Auvergne is 95 development. So we absolutely want to make that an official state. I'm sure that Alvernia is going to ask to have a seat in Parliament, which if they do is fine. 47 development is mad. We also want to make Poitou a state. And probably... Ooh, we might as well get Guyenne as a state. That's fine. What kind of governing capacity are we at now? We're actually slightly over. Okay, well that's good to know. We need some more of that. Only slightly, though. Our admin efficiency at 42% is pretty good. Do we want to try converting anybody's culture? We probably should. Yeah, the Albanian culture is not going to be one we're going to want to keep at any point. Breton, probably not either, but we'll wait because that's incredibly expensive. Serbian we're already converting in certain places, so let's keep converting them. Slovene we're going to want to convert as well. Okay, that'll do for now. We're so far ahead on tech, we have the luxury of doing this. And we don't have a vassal that we're annexing right now, so we'll have some extra maneuvering. And we want to cancel our open borders with Lithuania, because that's costing a Diplo point every month for no reason. Okay, so now we're doing a little bit of house cleaning. Let's not do that, because we don't want to attrition for no reason. Yeah, we have about 100,000 troops around Armenia. That should be perfectly fine. There are all of our grand shipyards being completed, with the odd training field in there as well. But really, it's mostly grand shipyards. Armenia wants a royal marriage. You certainly can have one. Oh my word, I forgot how many buildings I built. That was a lot. What's our naval limit now? Yeah, we have plenty of room. 559. To the point where we probably are going to bulk up some of our trade fleets a little bit. This should already be, but it's taking forever, so let's add a few more to that list. Our transport fleet should probably move back somewhere towards more central Italy. There we go. Where are you defending? You are protecting trade in Valencia. Let's get you up to 25 ships. Do you want to be a little bit careful, because if we plow through too many sailors, we will end up running, essentially just never be able to get enough of them. But we should be fine. You've already got a ton. What are you protecting? Aleppo? Have 40 ships. What are you protecting? Tunis? Have 55 ships. And you finally, for Ragusa, have 40 ships. We just want to have so many trade ships that nobody even remotely gets a look in Southern Europe, so nobody else can make any money. We don't mind if Portugal, I guess, makes some money, but preferably we don't want anybody else making any money. Oh, dominance of the Protestant faith. The Reformation has spread throughout Christendom like wildfire. All across the Christian world, the faithful have denounced the Pope's heretical traditions and embraced the teachings of Scripture. As the foremost advocate of the Reformation and defender of the faith, the Church of Italy is seen by many as the highest religious authority. Essentially because we've spread our religion so efficiently across the continent. You get 20 prestige, and you get a ton of church power and cheaper mercenaries. It's not really that... the results aren't that great, but it's still a nice event to get. I know our troops are a long way away, but I'm still surprised that none of them have made it to Rome yet. What the hell are they doing? Oh, they're just sitting here. What is going on here? Get back to Rome, you stupid, stupid people. What are you doing? Does that mean we have... yeah, we have troops sitting up in Scandinavia also just kicking their butts or whatever it is they're doing. Get down here. I get this is a game with quite a lot of microing, so you can't be like, oh, I hate to micro, and then not do any of it. But sometimes it's like, how stupid are these troops that they're just going to sit in a foreign country doing nothing for years? Meh. Whatever. What are you going to do? That's the other thing we can do for now while we're waiting. We might as well do some army drilling. Because there's no way that somebody's going to declare war on us right now. Nobody's even formed a coalition. So we've kind of got to that critical mass where we're so dangerous relative to the strength of the rest of Europe that nobody wants to even get into a coalition anymore. Which is great for us. I mean, don't get me wrong, super happy about it. Realistically, the Ottomans aren't a threat, so we can worry nothing at all about the southeast of the world relative to us. The Netherlands in the northwest have 100,000 troops. They could be mildly annoying. And Bohemia have 130,000 troops. Same boat. Nobody else in Central Europe is of any concern to us, even remotely. It's only if we attack them and then they drag in all of their allies with the Holy Roman Emperor. At the swing plough, provinces are now more likely to trigger industrialization events, just in general. We like that. Do we have any ships, by the way, we have to upgrade? We do. 65 of them. Let's do them now while we have an opportunity, while there's peace and quiet. Do our transports need to be upgraded? 4 of them do, so let's get that done as well. What we'll probably need to do at some point in the near future is, one at a time, have our trade fleets stop trading and then go back to ports where we can upgrade them. Because we probably have a lot of old ships and we're losing efficiency that way. Probably not terrible, but it's probably worth doing at some point. Anyway, now that most of our troops have finally made it back, I think we'll put a cut in the episode now, and next episode we'll almost certainly be attacking the Ottomans again. Oh, that's even better timing. We're now in the Age of Revolutions. Yes, the questioning of rights, authority, and the world itself during the Enlightenment has led to the rejection of the ancient regime. As absolutism gives way to revolution, kingdoms may have to make place for republics. Well, conveniently for us, we're already a republic, so we shouldn't run into this to the same degree as other nations. Yes, it enables absolutism mechanics. We already had them. The Dutch and the Shun are already in a golden age, just from that get-go. Which probably means they have at least 3 of these in here. And we have a lot of them too. We have a parliament. We're an emperor because we've made an empire. Our capital's massive. We have a 3-star general. We don't have a subject with over 250 development, but we probably could. And we don't have 125% discipline. We're not a nation that has great army discipline. And we only have 1 institution, which I'm... Considering how much of the map in Europe that we've taken over, I'm kind of surprised by that. Anyway, we'll talk more about this next episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.